Seltzer is now live in over 2,500 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, Idaho, Illinois, Michigan, Montana, Oregon, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you. Welcome to Drinkin Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin Bros, kids. The Friday show that we always talk about, that we pre-record for Sunday, is actually going to be live today on YouTube. So for the video watchers out there, those who subscribe to YouTube and Patreon and all that fun stuff, we're going to go live with this. I got a bunch of text messages on the way in. I tried to play one of the videos just to kind of click it and hear the audio. I thought it was AI. So I walk in and it's Trump-Zelenskyy, and it appears as if they're screaming at each other. And I was like, there's no way this is real.
It was, I only saw a little bit of it, but it was it was not AI.
No.
It was not AI.
It was not AI, apparently. And we have a guest today, which, sorry, you're going to get upstaged by whatever's going on in the world. D'Anthony, who is our guest today?
Luke Hamilton.
Why are you saying it so goddamn slow?
Because I like saying things slowly now.
I don't like it.
Well, I don't care what
it's Luke Hamilton.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Center mass. If you've seen any of Zeus's guns that have like detailed engraving on them, that was his company.
They're the best.
Yeah.
Those gold-plated ones, you do those?
Yeah, all the cartel guns, dude. That's what I do most.
So I post, because he was here with those guns, and I posted them on my Instagram, just on stories, because we were fucking around that day. Man, it got like 30,000 views off of just that one gun, and he's just like, where can I get this or whatever? And I'm like, I have no idea. He showed up in a helicopter that day, then got into a Lambo, but only to drive 10 feet to the front door, and then he got out with the fucking gold-plated guns, and I didn't know what was going on, and the kangaroo was running around, and I was just like, okay, cool, man, another day at Drinkin Bros, and I didn't really put two and two together, so you made those.
I made those.
Awesome. What's the name of your company again?
Center Mass.
Center Mass.
Yep, Center
Those
Mass.
are dope, dude. And so what do you just send them in to Center Mass, and then you'll do it for them?
Yeah, that's what. So my niche in Center Mass is the engraving side and the design side. We do other stuff. We do Cerakoting. We have a mill, so we do optic stuff, slide cuts and stuff. But my passion is the design and laser work, and that's what I do mostly, probably 95% of it at the shop when anything comes in.
It's amazing. And then you did Street Gonzo's gun. Gary, are you back there, Gary Bear? Let's see this thing.
He literally just got it today. I just gave it
Really? Is that real?
Yeah, just got it
perfect.
today. I've had it for fucking a little bit too long.
This is awesome. You need to stop texting on the phone, okay?
I was just trying to send you some pictures, man.
Can't do it. Can't do it here. We got the live gun right on stage here. Go over next to him, Gary, and let's see this thing. That way he can describe it.
You didn't give him a gun that has ammunition, did you?
No, it's not live.
That's always a mistake.
Yeah, it's not live.
It's partially made out of wood, so.
All right, here.
He's got a little six-shooter there.
So
Yeah,
this is a Street Gonzo gun for sure, dude. I love it.
This is the coolest Taurus revolver you'll probably ever see in your life.
It's dope, dude. And then there's engraving all over it.
100% engraved.
It looks like the Constitution.
Well, what does it say on the side
what
there?
does it say?
Does it say, I want my son back? What does it say on there?
It says, live life like there's a gun to your head.
Okay, perfect.
And then it says, Faust, a deal with the devil underneath it.
Oh, that's actually in the intro with, that's funny, man.
Camera.
Yeah, bring it up to the camera up there.
The main one here, the wide?
Yeah.
No. The one right here.
Okay, the little one? Perfect, yeah.
That's that.
Your literal camera that we have on band.
Good God, dude.
There you go.
Now back up. You can see it, so back up until it's in focus.
There it is. Look at that. Look at you, Gary. You're learning all the tricks before Netflix.
Little gun bunny.
You? Yeah, look at you, little gun bunny.
Do a little midriff. Show us a little midriff with that.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, go put those fake titties on.
Or just one. One fake tit, dude. We're getting you one tit. One tit for Christmas. If your show doesn't get picked up, by the way, we're getting you one tit for Christmas, and we'll have a whole fundraiser for it.
Yeah, we're just the tit, though. We're not putting it in.
Exactly. We're just going to give you the tit, and then we'll figure it out. We'll have somebody from a van kind of stitch you up and figure out how that goes. Yeah, right there. You got him right there.
Definitely not.
I don't think you can put those on camera right now. But they're fun.
Which speaks to the craftsmanship, to be honest.
Sure does. It sure does. So if you are joining us live here, I was in the parking lot. I was on a call for Hard AF Seltzer, and we still got the fundraiser going. We left 30% of the company open up to you at wefunder.com/hardafseltzer. And I was talking to those guys, and I said, hey, is there any way we can extend this date, like with the SEC or anything else? And they were like, no, those are like the government rules. And I said, okay, great. I'll tell the audience and let them know. So you got, I don't know, less than 60 days left to invest in the company. And they're going to be doing like, you know, sending ads and things and all the fun stuff out. We're sending product out to people and everything else. Well, in the meantime, phone's blowing up, and it's the same Trump clip over and over and over again. I'll say this again, and I said at the top, I thought it was AI. I pressed it for about 4 seconds, and I was like, there's no way this is real. Put it back down, and then I walked into the studio, and everybody's freaking the fuck out of what's going on here. So let me see if I have this right. President Zelenskyy had a meeting with Trump and J.D. Vance at the White House today?
Yep, on air.
Is that correct?
Live.
Why did they go live?
Trump said he would make good TV.
This is I think the end of a longer meeting.
Correct.
They were on TV for 40 minutes, but I think they met before that privately, and this was sort of the formality, like, oh, we had a good talk, blah, blah,
But
blah.
did all parties agree to go live on television?
This is normal. They just did this with the British Prime Minister yesterday.
I know they did. And so, like, I know Trump and Vance are doing this every single day, and they want transparency and all that stuff, and I love it. Like, it's a blast. However, we're in the middle of a war here with two different countries. That,
Possibly World War III.
allegedly, that's what I'm reading here. So I'm surprised that Zelenskyy would want to go live. D'Anthony?
Trump literally said while they were live, he was like, I think the American people should see this and see kind of how he acts.
Okay. And
He
then-
actually said that. So.
So I think we've all seen it in his press conferences and press releases and his tweets and all this stuff that Zelenskyy is he thinks he's entitled to America's help.
Yes.
Right?
And I don't really understand why.
I honestly don't get it.
We're not in NATO
honest.
together.
Like this is I do get it actually, because this is what a little bitch does when they're trying to pretend to be a dude.
Okay.
Right? It's like just like there's this one-eyed dude that people talk about sometimes. Not me, of course.
No, not you.
I would never say anything like that
never.
about a bundle of sticks like that. But yeah, it's that's their version of masculinity. To be tough, like my version of being the tough guy in the room is like demanding shit and then whining that I don't get it. Right?
Uh-huh.
You can see these types of dudes out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of them
100%.
used to be comedians. Some of them are missing an eye. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, but it's the same exact dude. And it's no shock that they support one another. And I think Trump has been experiencing this behind the scenes a lot. And finally, like to his point, that's exactly what he was thinking probably. Let's let the American people see this asshole, and then they can understand why. It's not that I'm pro-Putin. I don't think Putin's a good guy.
Yeah.
That's not what this is. I don't even give a fuck about Russia or Ukraine or any of this shit.
Okay.
I want us not involved in it. So
100%.
let's show America and the world how big of a cunt this guy is.
Great.
Yeah, because and that's exactly what happened, by the way.
And by the way, for the people who are watching live at home, because this is live today, and we never go live on Fridays unless it's something like this, I'm going to be watching this live with you for the first time because I shut it off after 4 seconds because I did not believe it was real on the phone. Bob, go ahead and play this thing in its entirety here. How long is the clip?
It's 7 minutes, 55 seconds.
And the whole thing is allegedly just fucking explosive, right?
I mean, it goes back
Pretty
and
much.
forth. or Trump makes a statement. Zelenskyy complains a little bit. Trump's like, "What the fuck?" J.D. Vance, the most aggressive language came from J.D. Vance.
he's a gangster, man.
He dressed him down.
He's a gangster,
Yeah.
for real. Like, and he's a lawyer. He's a really, really smart guy. Not that Trump isn't, but he's a better orator than Trump, obviously. I
Surprising.
like Trump for the comedy of
Surprising because JD was a Marine, so not many of those are out there.
it. That are smart?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think it's about the color of crayon you eat.
Okay, cool.
If you
be.
stick to the same color and the right color the whole time, which is true in life as
didn't
well,
do that.
to be fair. No, you can't.
Yeah.
As a sniper, you have to fucking just take everything you
Correct.
get. You know what I mean?
Anything I can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're Zelenskyy, you take anything you can get. So, Bob, go ahead and roll this clip here. Let's
Let's
see it.
do this.
Hatred he's got for Putin, it's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but
Can't be
I can tell
personal.
you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way, so that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I want to respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now the President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, yeah, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire, all of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not
cards.
Playing cards.
Right now, you don't.
You're
playing cards.
Mr. President.
You're playing cards.
Serious.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once? This
a
entire meeting?
Times.
No, in this
Even
entire
today.
meeting, have you said thank
Even
you?
Today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I...
You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You
and
haven't been
not
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you
$2 billion.
what the
Yeah.
stupid president
How dare you sit
$350
there and
billion.
say that?
You
We
voted
gave
for
you
your
military
Good God, what a
equipment,
fucking
and
pussy.
you men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of times
that there,
thank you
accept
to
that-
American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look. If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
is-
with me.
It
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
But this
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make, because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia...
Wow. Holy shit. So that was
Yeah.
live.
In 100 years of television, right? We're coming up on it
Easily.
now.
Yeah.
With like broadcast television, not just the capability.
Right,
I've
right.
never seen this.
I have not
Not
either.
once where two leaders of a country got into an argument like that. I've never seen anything like that.
I mean, it's almost hard to wrap your mind around. Like, I felt like we shouldn't have been watching it, but also, it's good that we saw it because that's what they're dealing with on both sides. Where Trump's trying to cut a deal, Putin's probably trying to cut a deal as well, and then you have this asshole in the middle who's look. Trump is correct. If we didn't give them $350 million, billion dollars for all of their shits and guns and tanks and planes and all that other
And
shit.
funding their government and their pension system and everything else.
Everything.
You will hear this is casino, right? And Zelenskyy is Robert De Niro's character, and Trump and Vance are both Joe Pesci. You only exist out here because of me,
Yeah.
you Jew fuck, or whatever he said. I don't remember the entire quote, but it got colorful. You know what I mean? You only exist out here because of me. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to right now? Right? I like. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I don't know.
Honestly.
I'm so stunned, and I'm going through the comments here. So Zelenskyy was effectively kicked out of the White House after that. He was invited to sign the minerals deal, but instead he brought new demands, including U.S. ground troops. Zelenskyy is not an honest broker. This is according to Fox News here. I didn't hear about the U.S. ground troops. I know he's been asking for this, obviously. This is one of the things that he's been out in the media asking for, not only U.S. ground troops, but Britain as well, and I want to say France or another country like that, to get on the front lines and help them out there. And why?
Why?
We have nothing to do with that country whatsoever here.
It's crazy to see a leader of a country act that way as well. He's emotional. His emotions come out immediately. As soon as he hears something he doesn't like, he gets emotional, which Usually, a leader of a country won't get emotional over, having a conversation. And I think a lot of that is the fault of the last administration coddling him so much and just, giving him hugs. Welcome to the White House. Rolling out the red carpet for him. Now it's all right. No more of this bullshit. Let's end the fucking war now.
Man, I wouldn't be like, this was so shocking. If Musk walked out and just said, "Give me 5 things you did last week" to Zelensky, I think that would have been rad, and we could have, like, at this point, holy shit. I love the access. I've just never seen anything like this in my entire life. And it's fun to watch because you wonder what goes on in these meetings, and, I haven't been up there a few times. They'll push you out of the room. I mean, you're gone. Like, and people show up all the time at the White House, so it's like, there was one meeting where I got bumped for, like, the president of Mexico, right? Which is fine. I'm a nobody dickhead.
Well,
so
we've got some breaking news.
What do we got here?
An MP, a member of parliament, Alexander Dubinsky in Ukraine, has just called for an emergency session of Ukraine's parliament to initiate an impeachment proceeding against Vladimir Zelensky.
Bam.
That happened.
Get the child out.
That happened half an hour after this meeting ended.
Wow.
Who's he? He's a member of parliament?
Yeah, MP.
Parliament.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But again, going back to the thing of getting bumped for other people at the White House and all that other shit, right? It's because all of this is in private. And they don't want anyone around.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Which is what I was talking about with Ian the other day about Israel as well, right? The way these things happen behind the scenes, and Luke knows this. He's had some jobs over the years that would expose him to this type of stuff as well. This shit's not meant to be happening in front of cameras, right? It's like you have to be able to give and receive without the public scrutiny, right? Like the deal has to be in place before it goes public, because otherwise every jackass is going to have something to fucking say about it. So when we're trying to conduct, it's not even regime change. We're just telling a country as a whole, like, hey, this guy's not the one. You got to get rid of this asshole. You know what I mean? In the same way that like a fucking the players on a team would be like, hey, this coach sucks. John Voight's got to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing, but that has to happen in our group, not in the media. That shit doesn't work, right?
I looking at it, so Bob, and all this is going on live right now, so I'm going to keep feeding you videos, and I apologize, Bob. Lindsey Graham, Lady G, who we hate on this show, obviously, biggest Ukraine supporter there was, apparently just finished a speech right now on C-SPAN. If you can play this clip, where even he's pulled his support from Ukraine. Play it.
President Trump was in a very good mood last night. Somebody asked me, am I embarrassed about Trump? I have never been more proud of the president. I was very proud of J.D. Vance, standing up for our country. We want to be helpful. What I saw in the Oval Office was disrespectful, and I don't know if we can ever do business with Zelensky again.
If you've lost that queen,
you've lost that guy.
That's crazy.
He's the biggest. He's the biggest war hawk in the entire federal government.
Was he crying?
If you lost
McConnell.
him,
No, he's just wearing mascara.
well, Mitch is retiring, so it's
No, but he's wearing mascara.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying McConnell's out the door.
Right.
But the biggest war hawks in all, and the biggest war hawk in all of Congress is that man right there.
Correct. I'm surprised he just said that.
That is more shocking than the Zelensky blow up that we just saw.
Wow. So, I mean, forgive me. Look, this has never happened. Looking at this live, who comes out of this looking...
J.D. Vance looks great.
Yeah.
Trump looks great as well. So Trump this is what a good manager of a team, a business, a good parent, when their fucking kids are fighting or whatever, that's what he does. He directs the conversation and lets them fight it out, right? I mean... Trump's never looked more presidential than he did in this video, in my opinion.
Well, and the other thing, too, that was striking to me was J.D. Vance, because we never, ever see vice presidents do shit.
No,
and this has been a full team effort since these guys got started together.
I mean, he's no Kamala Harris. But...
Could you imagine if it was the two of them sitting in that room, Biden and Kamala Harris and him?
It's jokingly said, but Kamala Harris... fucking Dick Cheney was a mastermind behind the scenes, but never really in public that much. The only real exposure you got to him in public was the VP debates. Otherwise, he operated behind the scenes. Biden did some stuff, I guess, during the Obama administration, but fucking Johnny Quest's dad Mike Pence didn't do shit when he was VP.
No, he didn't do anything.
And Al Gore didn't do shit when he was VP.
No, they're losers.
And fucking Dan Quayle didn't do shit when he was VP.
He sucked his own dick.
Right? So it's like, this is irregular, I suppose. Yeah. But I can tell you what I saw in this meeting is that people who Trump said some time ago, somebody asked him who he's going to support in 28. And he said he didn't make a comment on it. He's like, I'm not ready to make that commitment yet. But you can see right there that he's grooming this guy for command.
Oh, that's the dude.
He's grooming this guy for command of this country.
Yes, that is the fucking dude, man.
So, I mean, yeah, you got to feel, as an American, you got to feel pretty good about that.
Great about it.
One of the things that affects the economy, especially the stock market, but the broader economy, is like the worst is uncertainty. That's the thing that fucks it up the most.
Markets hate
right?
uncertainty.
Yeah, they hate
100%.
it. They hate vacuums. They hate uncertainty about the future. I'm telling you, don't be surprised as Vance continues to get more and more exposure to people and during these negotiations or during whatever plans they're executing domestically or in the foreign space that markets surrounding those particular industries don't improve. So he's an Ohio guy. The CHIPS Act was signed under Biden, right, to start these manufacturing plants for microprocessors in Ohio and a couple other places. Vance, once things, the first 100 days is over and things start to settle down and they're getting into a rhythm, I think he needs to be the head spokesperson for that shit because that's a huge deal for our country. I've said this many, many times, but energy and technology and food and water, those things are national security elements. You cannot exist without those things, right? So having them sourced here in the United States, irrespective of any of our foreign entanglements or relationships, is the most important thing that we can do right now, right? To insulate ourselves, because China cannot compete with us, no matter what you're going to hear on the news. Militarily, they can't compete. Technologically, they can't compete. They're 20 years behind us on tech. The only reason they're even staying steady with us is because they steal our shit.
Right.
That's the only way, right? They're good at Xeroxing. Their engineers are really, really bad, right? So once we bring all of that stuff in-house and they can't fucking siphon off of it because we're getting this part or that element or that mineral from them specifically, they control 80% of the world's rare earth minerals right now. Once we start mining them here in this country, China's economy is going to collapse, right?
Yeah, they're on the brink of it now, from what we've heard.
Yeah.
Bob, I just sent you a picture too. They had a shot of the ambassador for Ukraine for the United States here in the audience as this was going on. That's her right there. She's freaking the fuck out. My God, man. So World War III is trending, everything else. I mean, what is everybody else saying from around the world at this point?
So do y'all think
Jesus
Zelenskyy
Christ.
gets out here?
I think he's going to get impeached, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is, we said this, I said this, 2 weeks ago, that they need to get him out of there and get Vladimir Klitschko, who is the mayor of Kiev right now. And so, like, branding matters, not because he's famous, by the way, but he has been a competent leader so far as I can tell in Kiev. He was beloved in that country. So if he says, we've got to do this to stop this fucking death, people will listen, right? That's a big part of it. So the branding part matters. And then just being a fucking actual man.
Yeah.
Not some fucking dummy that dances around in women's clothes.
Yeah.
That became president because the CIA placed him there.
Could have called that one.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ. There's a statement from Trump.
Yeah, I've got it if you want me to read it
that.
right here. So the statement from Trump right now is we had a very meaningful meeting in the White House today. Much was learned that can never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure. It's amazing what comes out through emotion. And I have determined that President Zelenskyy is not ready for peace if America is involved because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. I don't want advantage, I want peace. In all caps, he disrespects the United States of America and its cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he is ready for peace. This is exactly what I say to my 6-year-old. When he acts up and he's crying and I say, hey, you can come out of your room when you're ready for peace right now, but not until then, okay? You can go cry alone up there. Jesus Christ, man.
What an exciting day.
This is out of control. I've never seen anything like this.
I'm really glad they did that though, because I don't know. Did y'all watch Zelenskyy on Lex Friedman's podcast?
No.
He was pretty emotional in that whole thing. You can kind of get a real good, because it was like a pretty long conversation, and the amount of just how emotional Zelenskyy is so, you can't be that way and be a leader of a country. You cannot. It's childlike.
Yeah,
it's childish.
But you never saw Churchill or FDR act this way.
No.
Right?
No.
You can't. You can't fucking break down and blubber like, oh, life's not fair.
And then he threatened. Then he says, "Hey, y'all are gonna feel the pressure too. Y'all just have an ocean. That's fucked up."
Like, I mean,
you don't say that.
Yeah,
dude.
that's don't even make I guess any kind of threat. Right?
That was.
Yeah, like you're trying. And to be fair, look at the situation that's in front of you. Russia couldn't get through you. And you think they're a threat to us?
Yeah.
No.
It's like, and then this is part of the Cold War bullshit.
Exactly.
Propping up Russia as some kind of fucking global power when really they were a paper tiger. The only power they ever had was nukes. That's it, right? Their economy sucks. Their military sucks. It's like they don't engineer anything. The only thing they've ever made that's any good is the AK-47. Like literally, right?
And
God bless them, because I love AKs, right?
Also,
for vodka.
Full context, there was like 40 minutes before that clip that we just saw that was public, and they were kind of going back and forth. But Trump and Vance were pretty calm throughout, and I guess Zelenskyy just kept pushing and pushing and pushing to the point where Vance just kind of like broke a little bit.
Yeah, and I understand that, and that's fine. I think the biggest takeaway for me as far as this conversation that we just played for you guys live here was the line that Trump said to him when said, "You're gambling with World War III." And the reason why I think that was the most important line out of all of this conversation is, for years, the media has pressed this narrative with Trump, or, he talks tough, he's going to create World War III, World War III, World War III. We didn't have any wars under Trump. He clearly doesn't want any fucking wars here, and is trying to get him out of this.
Well, he's the first president since, Eisenhower? Nope. Korea.
Korea was Eisenhower.
When's the last presidency when we didn't have a new conflict of some sort begin?
The first couple terms of FDR. Maybe.
So it's been 100 years.
Yeah, it's been 100 years.
I mean, what the fuck, man? It's been 100 years. In between World Wars I and II, basically.
But if you're out there and you're Republican or Democrat, because look, we've talked about this on the show for forever here about the deep state just wanting to feed the military-industrial complex, and you watch this clip, and the president of the United States is saying, "Hey, dude, you're gambling with World War III, and all we want is peace." Like that is it.
Yeah, we're not going to start a
it's
World War.
It's no more clear cut than that, and we've never been behind the scenes to actually hear it and see it. Now we did, and it's like, oh, you really don't want to go to war for any of this shit.
I'm sure it's like the conversation that I would have, and it's the one I have with people that support Israel or in Israel or Ukraine or anywhere else. Like, I feel bad for what's happening, right? Not necessarily any of my business. But yeah, there's probably some ways that we can help you, but we're not going to risk a global fucking thermonuclear war over your territorial dispute. I'm sorry. It's got to be bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's got to be bigger than the Donbass and Crimea for the entire world to go to war. The fact that you assume that you're entitled for all the world's militaries to come deal with that's fucking delusional nonsense.
So delusional.
It is. And ask for our own troops to go over there when you're cutting a mineral deal, and then you're like, "Hey, by the way, we want your troops over there." Why? What? You're not entitled to our money. You're not entitled to our troops. You're lucky we even give a fuck about this war, because it doesn't matter at the end of the day for us. It really doesn't.
Correct.
It looks good, in my opinion, for Trump and Vance to stop it after 3 years. That's probably the biggest win of the administration and even this fucking meeting. But let's face it, if they go home and the Ukrainians support what Zelenskyy did and everything else, this war rages on. We don't give them any money. We don't give them any fucking weapons. We don't fucking care. We don't care at the end of the day. The only people this affects is the people of Ukraine who are getting killed on a daily basis. Russia doesn't care. The rest of the world doesn't care.
Now, Russia will just buy more North Korean soldiers. That's what they did. So North Korea didn't send soldiers to the front lines of Ukraine because Russia asked nicely. They're poor, and Russia gave them money for it. That's
bodies.
what happened, yes.
Just for human shields.
And the funniest part of that is, and it's a tragic situation, to be honest, although the North Korean men don't know what the fuck a real life even is. They
No,
have no
no
idea
one over
what
there
reality
knows.
is.
Sucks.
But they found out pretty quickly. We did a story about it.
Mm-hmm.
So these North Korean guys happened upon some cellular devices and iPads. And
That weren't fucking restricted.
weren't restricted, and they got immediately addicted to fucking online pornography, which apparently doesn't exist in North Korea.
It does not.
But I can understand that. If you're like a 25-year-old dude and you've never seen anything like that before, you're like,
could you imagine?
oh, how do you go back at that
know.
point?
You're gonna start-
That's what we should do. We should just drop old fucking
Porn.
Playboy magazines all
Yeah.
over North Korea. Fuck bombs.
Yeah.
Well, you can't unring that fucking bell.
Sure can't pamphlets.
Yeah.
Just old school.
Well, you know, we did
No,
that.
just drop devices preloaded with. I mean, like how many gigs?
iPads?
How many gigs is on an iPhone 16? How much porno can you get on that?
I know,
Dude,
mine's-
I get a terabyte of
yeah,
mine,
mine's a
dude.
fucking terabyte.
Mine's a
Yeah,
terabyte,
like that.
but
You just drop
So
a
much porn.
I mean, you gotta think a few North Korean soldiers were just like, let's go surrender and just
Yeah.
And then after like a couple months, we can go to another country and just jerk off to our heart's content.
Forever.
God.
Yeah. So we did that actually in in a lot of the. I don't think we ever did it in Russia proper, but in a lot of the Soviet states, the Air Force and State Department had this program in the late 70s, early 80s, where they were putting Magnum condoms in leaflets, like the biggest XL condoms they could find, and dropping them all over cities in those countries with a letter that said, "This is what American men look like."
Yeah.
That's real.
That's real, yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it was a
One
real
of my
story.
one of my college professors who was an Air Force intelligence guy. He told me about that. I'm like, you piece of shit.
Yeah, it's a great tool.
Well,
The
it
other-
is that's what it is. Yeah, it's
exactly.
a great tool. So.
You got to cover that up. But the other thing too was that was said here that was also pretty big. What people are commenting on online is Ukraine is now Europe's problem, as it should have been from day one. Instead, they chose to contribute less than the USA. The war isn't in our backyard, which is true. And Trump will not allow the U.S. to be pulled into World War III. And I mean, that's the other biggest takeaway from this is if you're a Democrat now who wants to vote for funding for Ukraine, what is your excuse now? Or a Republican? What is your excuse for saying, hey, after what we just saw in the White House today, I want to give more of my dollars to Ukraine? And tell the U.S. taxpayer to do so.
Zero.
So they're out after this. I mean, in my opinion, unless Europe wants to take over, which, let's face it, Europe's not doing shit, hasn't done shit, and is probably not going to. So that's it.
Well, their leadership is lacking, and So, what do y'all think? What's the swiftest way of getting him out? Do they hold elections? Can they even hold elections, or do they just? What is impeaching him?
So typically the party head of the incumbent party is the one that calls elections. The parliamentary system, just like Canada or the UK, right?
Okay.
But the MPs can override him.
Okay.
So
a majority of them have to override him?
I don't know if it's a majority or a super
Gotcha.
majority, to be honest. I don't know that much about Ukrainian politics. Or
Same.
I know about certain parliamentary systems, but I don't know what theirs is like. It can't. I don't think in the UK or Canada or other European parliamentary style systems. I think it would need to be more than just 50%.
I cannot see the people of Ukraine supporting that guy. Like,
I can't either. And
that part of the
there was
world
already
is not-
issues which we talked about, and there's a certain boxer over there who's very, very popular in that country, who's already the mayor of Kyiv. Dan loves what I say, Kyiv, dude. Kyiv all over his chest. Kyiv. Who would certainly take over, would love to get out of this war, and wants to see his people alive.
He's also a man.
Yes.
Just a man with shoulders. Don't listen to, like, you know that people say don't take advice from or don't take criticism from anybody you wouldn't take advice from, or don't take advice from somebody you wouldn't date if it's like romantic advice or whatever. Do not listen to a man that doesn't have shoulders. He has nothing to say to you.
There's a comment here from Vladimir Putin's close ally and former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev going on X right now, and he just said, Medvedev said, the insolent pig. Insolence finally got a proper slapdown in the Oval Office, and at Real Donald Trump is right. The Kyiv regime is gambling with World War III. It is also said that they are celebrating these peace talks that apparently they have tried to have potentially with Zelenskyy, and he's acted the same way towards them.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't really want a deal.
He should act that way towards them. They invaded him.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, you could say that's about him being ungrateful to Trump and stuff like that, to the United States, certainly, but like, to the country that invaded him, he should be giving nothing but a middle finger.
Do you think that's how Hirohito acted when MacArthur went to take his surrender?
You know what? If they nuke Zelenskyy, I will upgrade. I will change my opinion on that.
Well, what percentage of the population of Japan was killed in those 2 bombs versus the percentage of adult males in Ukraine that have been killed in the last 2.5 years?
I mean, Japan and Ukraine are in not comparable situations at all. It's a static front in Ukraine. They're not. Russia's not really gaining ground.
I've heard they've lost over 600,000 soldiers.
It's been pretty. Yeah. Who? Russia or Ukraine? Both have. They both have lost enormous.
Well, Russia doesn't care because they've got endless. They've got endless humans and bodies, right? They are emptying out jail cells and everything else. Ukraine as a whole, their population just isn't very big, so there's nothing you can really do there. What's their whole population for that country?
I think it's
37 million.
It's the second biggest country in Europe. Yeah.
So you're looking at roughly the size of Texas here, and so you're losing.
They've lost about 600,000 dudes.
600. So yeah, I mean that's a lot.
That, yeah. I mean, comparable to. I don't know what Japan's population was. This isn't about shock or awe or impact. It's about pragmatism. You've lost the majority now of your military capable men.
Yeah, and also. The guys replacing the guys that die are going to be less competent than those guys that died because they're pulling from the weaker weaker
It's
force.
only going to get worse.
Yes.
So here I found this is Ukraine for impeachment. Anyways, this isn't to call a new election. I'll look that up next. But the process begins when they have 450 people in their parliament, 226 or just a simple majority can start the impeachment process. Then. Prosecutors, experts, judges, there's a commission, they collect evidence, and then they present the evidence back to Parliament, and then 2/3, 300 out of 450 have to vote to impeach them.
300 out of 450.
So they don't have separate chambers, it looks like. It looks like it's the MPs both times, but it goes from a simple majority to a supermajority. Okay. 2/3 majority.
Is it doable?
It's very doable.
Yes.
I'm sorry. If the court approves both, then they have to vote again, and that requires a 3/4 majority. 75% have to vote him out. So that seems unlikely, to be honest.
Yeah. And then the other part of this, too, is if you're Ukraine, and I'll go back to what you said, Bob, like at a certain point, like, yes, Russian forces invaded them, but you can't ask for the world to stand up for your country or else you don't have one. So sorry about it. There's nothing you can do at a certain points. Like you can either give it up, you can make peace, or that's it. You just don't have enough dudes. You don't have the fucking people and everybody else. And if the U.S. backs out of funding you, Europe's not going to do shit. Like, sorry, you're going to lose your entire fucking country. So like at this point, try to take what you can. Like Trump 100%. Said, you have no cards anymore.
Zero.
That's it.
Now this is super complicated too. So Ukraine's parliamentary system has what most do, which is a vote of no confidence in the leadership, right? You hold a vote of no confidence. It is an up or down vote. It's simple majority. And if the majority wins and the vote of no confidence, then the president has to reform the government in some way. You have to reform the government, right?
Good luck.
And then after 30 days of the governing coalition, which would be some group of these people, these MPs, judges, and so on, if they can't form a new government, then the sitting president who just got a vote of no confidence can begin the process of dissolving parliament.
Okay.
Like kicking everybody out of office all at once, right? And then if they don't pass, that's 1 month. They have 1 month to put a government back together, and then the president Zelenskyy could say, "You're all fired," with no vote, right? And then I don't know what happens after that. To be honest, I mean that's not a country anymore.
No.
Like you've gone from
it actually benefits the other side.
Yeah, I mean you've basically become an authoritarian regime, and they are that in all but name right now, but that would make you one in name as well.
His only option literally is to make a ceasefire deal, even if it's not what you want, and then start talking about, the after effects, who gets what, who stays where.
I mean, or you don't have you just don't have a country.
You don't.
No, the smart move is to fucking take what you can get right now before it gets worse, because it's 100%. Not going to get better, and then build for the future. Start a fucking nuclear program. Fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Right? And blow them up. I mean, to be fair, we told Ukraine we would take some responsibility for their security if they would give up their nuclear weapons. That's why we're involved in all. And now it's not a full-on treaty like Article 5 of NATO or anything like that, but it's something we committed to, and that's why we're involved in it now. I don't give a fuck if Ukraine has nukes or not, frankly, because they're not going to be able to get them here. So what the fuck do I care, right? I mean, but again, this is something that Europe should be deciding. The nuclear powers of Europe, Russia and France and England, should be deciding this, not us.
I agree. And then, Delco, to your point, you said this got started about 45 minutes earlier. Bob, I just sent you a clip here where they were talking about his suit. Apparently, a reporter asked him.
Oh, not a reporter.
Who was it?
Well, it is a reporter, but it's not just a reporter, I should say. It's Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend.
Sorry? The guy in the purple pants that we love? Is it the same guy from the gym?
No, that was just her lover.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This is her current
gym crush.
What does he do, Bob?
He's for what is it? America First News Network or something like that. It's one of the like second tier cable channels, I think.
Gotcha. Oh, and there's Rubio sitting there too.
The whole cabinet was there, I think. At least like the foreign policy wing of it.
Okay, great. Yeah, play this clip.
My second question for President Zelenskyy. Do you ever? Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if you do you own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not respecting.
I don't have
the
such.
office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes, maybe one.
Maybe something like
like
He's got his war garb on.
Maybe something better. I don't know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper than. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, wow. Can you imagine? And to be fair, George W. Bush actually served in the military, kind of, right?
A little bit.
Can you imagine? He did do that one thing on the aircraft carrier that was the cringiest shit of all time. So I guess you can't imagine. Imagine we're in war and the American president is just cruising around wearing some uniform.
In a jumpsuit.
Like, what are you, Muammar Gaddafi? Shut the fuck up, dude.
I mean,
you couldn't even get past the rank of colonel in your own army.
Even his comment there of I'll wear the costume after it's over. No, you're wearing the costume now.
Yeah, you're wearing your war garb, buddy.
It'd be like if I wore my costume from Range 15 as Gene Vandenham on set every day, and I was like, well, I'm here. I'm ready to do a podcast. Sorry. Like, no, that's like none of this is real. What a surreal fucking day, dude.
So crazy, man.
My God. So did Rubio say anything during this? Like, he just looked like a little kid just sitting on the couch.
He looks like his suit doesn't fit.
He was just happy to be there, you know?
He's probably exhausted. That motherfucker's been to every goddamn country on the planet, it feels like.
He would be your boss, you know, back in the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Yours, I mean.
Yours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, back in the day. We haven't talked much about you. We've been talking about all this.
Well, man, I honestly,
your story.
Fuck, all this stuff's going on. I feel like I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone.
So do I. Forgive me, man.
If you're not plugged in like every fucking waking hour, you're missing something.
Yeah.
And all of everything
like you're
coming
rubbing
out.
the sleep out of you. Like, what the fuck happened? God damn it.
Well, like, take yesterday, for example. I was so pissed off about the fucking Epstein thing. Like,
oh, God.
This, by the way.
Too.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Within 24 hours, there is not one goddamn mention of Epstein now anywhere on any single fucking platform that I'm on. I've got like 80 of them up here in the background.
By the way, Bondi didn't get the files today.
She didn't get them.
Nope.
And
did y'all see that story of why all this shit was happening? Is that real? Liz
Wheeler?
Liz Wheeler, I think, put some like this. She put some long tweet out that said, "Hey, this is the story," and it said that the actual evidence and files are being withheld or some bullshit. And
by SDNY.
The
is
that
Southern District
real?
of New York. Yes,
I mean,
allegedly. I
don't
know.
Why would
here's the issue with that. So Pam Bondi said, "I have the files on my desk, and they're very disturbing, evil, blah blah blah." Did you have the files and you're not giving them to us now, or did you lie about having them? It's one of those two. Those are the only two options. Pam, fucking red flag Pam. This is the kind of weak bullshit that I warned you about with this woman. She fucking sucks out loud.
She might be the first one out of there.
She's if I was Trump, I would have fired her already.
Yeah.
And I would have called fucking my friend in Missouri, Andrew Bailey.
Exactly.
Like, hey, you want a job?
Man, Andrew Bailey wouldn't do this fucking bullshit.
No, he would be up in somebody's asshole with his whole leg.
We wanted him before. We told you. He was on the show. But
and the JFK files aren't out yet either, right?
Nothing is out. They put out a redacted version of what was already publicly available.
Yeah.
That's what that binder was. It was redacted files, but you can get the actual files that are not redacted on the internet already.
And then, but again, just a quick reminder for the audience and for you: 24 hours later, this happens. No one is saying one fucking word about Epstein. I can't find him in any of these tweets or, any platform whatsoever. The world is focused on the World War III comments, and I don't know if this is intentional because of what a shit show yesterday was, but. If it was, congratulations. Nobody's talking about it anymore.
Churchill is trending for some reason. I'm guessing because of what I said. Not because of what I said, but somebody's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah, and by the way, for the audience, I'll just go ahead and run off and read these here. What's trending? Zelenskyy, Oval Office, White House, World War III, President and VP, Karl Rove, John Bolton, POTUS, Brian Glenn, who is that guy right there that we just showed you, World War III, let Europe handle this. JD and Trump.
I care more about the Epstein files than Ukraine, honestly.
To be fair, though, Churchill would go to the White House and he'd be naked all the time.
Yeah.
So he's in his birthday suit,
which is awesome.
This is why Churchill is trending, because people are being contrarian about the comment from that reporter.
Oh, about the uniform.
Yeah. This is the first thing that comes up on my feed when you.
Wasn't Churchill though? And I might be wrong on this historically, but wasn't he actually going out on the ships and shit, like doing shit?
Winston Churchill in 1914 won the British War Medal and Victory Medal in the Navy because he was in their Navy. He served as an Army officer as well from 1902 to 1924. So he actually served in the military
for 22 years.
Yeah.
Okay. How long does Zelenskyy serve?
4 tours of Italy.
Same as me.
Yeah.
So at Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
Yeah, he served at Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That dude's never been in a fist fight in his life, much less a goddamn gunfight.
Did the mayor of Kiev
Kyiv.
Well, it's Vladimir Klitschko, the heavyweight champion of the world.
Okay,
that's the mayor of Kiev. So he's been in a couple of fights, and
Okay,
he's won most of them actually. And
he's a bad.
So he's
man.
been humbled.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't lose many.
Not at all.
Klitschko lost at 2 fights maybe.
His only, if you want to even call it a mistake, is he fought so many times. I want to say he fought 75 professional fights. Bob, you can look up his record. I've seen him fight 4 or 5 times.
64-5, 53 wins by KO.
Yes. Damn. And I've seen
what weight is he?
6 of those in person, by the way.
Damn.
He was the heavyweight champ for how many years, Bob? I don't even know. A long time. Because he came on the heels of Lennox Lewis. Right?
Well, so here's what happened. I was at that Lennox Lewis fight. So he beat the Christ out of Lennox Lewis. There was a rip above his eye that you could physically look inside Lennox Lewis's soul. They stopped the fight, and Lennox Lewis won by rounds. But otherwise, if that would have continued, Lennox Lewis would have been beaten under the ground, and then Klitschko, I think, ended up beating him right after that.
He was the unified, which means he owned all of the belts
for like 10 years.
From 2008 to 15. He was the unified champ for that long.
Can I give you his nickname?
8 years.
According to Wikipedia.
Nickname?
Yeah, Klitschko's fighting nickname was Dr. Steelhammer.
That's right, dude. Yes.
Dr. Steelhammer.
See, now that's very pornographic.
It was. Well, I think it was a joke. I think he's pretty funny, too.
He should fight Fedor in Winner Takes All.
Be great. Be fucking awesome.
Maybe when the war's over.
Yeah. Because wasn't he married to Hayden Panettiere?
That's what I'm saying, though. They just do like a champion.
I think
for each
actually
country.
Klitschko, Putin, single combat.
Would be fucking fun.
Why not just have him fight Zelenskyy, and the winner of that, controls Ukraine?
By the way, I figured out why Zelenskyy or Netanyahu is trending right now. I'm saying I wish they would bring this energy with Netanyahu, who's an even bigger welfare queen. Love to see it with Zelenskyy because he sucks, but America first, and that's it.
Yep.
I don't. With Netanyahu,
isn't he about to be gone?
But that was the speech that he gave where he said we're taking over Gaza, and Netanyahu was like, what?
Surprised? Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that? And then he put out the video the other day of Trump Gaza. Trump Gaza is a place that I want to go. Yeah, I want to go there tomorrow, dude. I'm all in on Trump Gaza.
Not too fond of the Middle East.
Spring break is coming up, and yeah, Trump Gaza looks fun, doesn't it? Son of a
better
bitch.
than Dubai.
But apologies. Tell us about your company and everything you're doing here.
So yeah, I own Center Mass Fabrications right down the road in San Antonio.
Okay.
And we do custom firearms mainly. We are getting heavily into laser engraving stuff. So just landed a couple big deals with Car Arms. Shout out to them for giving me the opportunity. But yeah, I'm doing some special edition guns for them. I'm doing special edition Desert Eagles, 1911s. But yeah, I just do. So I'm really what my passion is design and laser engraving, and that is my field of expertise. We have capabilities of milling, so we can do anything for slides, optic cuts. I support a lot of local PD in San Antonio. I do all their optic cuts for them, and yeah, we can do plating, laser engraving, Cerakote, milling, basically full custom, like one-of-one guns is kind of what we do. So people come to us with an idea, and we just kind of bring it to life.
Okay, and I know I was making fun of you earlier for being on the phone, text messaging pictures. I'll tell you what, do me this favor, because we've got some ads to read here real quick.
Yep.
Go back with Bob. Bob, I'll read these ads now, and then you can give him all the photos back there, and I'll do these ads real quick. We've never gone live like this on a Friday, so forgive us, man. What a wild-ass fucking day. We're brought to you by ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 50% off all the mattresses. My God, man. Maybe Trump sends some mattresses over there and some pillows and sheets and everything. 50% off to the Ukrainians after this. Because if they don't take this deal, they're going to need a good night's sleep. Yeah. Holy shit. And it's still 50% off because the IT guys are dead over there. So apparently, and take advantage of it. They were snowed in, and I don't know what happened to them. They haven't updated shit, so fuck it. Take advantage of it right now. It is still available on their site. Doesn't matter how many items you put in the cart. It is all 50% off. The promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout over there. And plus at checkout, you're going to see a box to check that says, hey, would you like to stretch this out over 3 years? Yes, I would. 36 months. It's a pay-as-you-go program. No interest as long as you have decent credit over there. And yeah, man, the bundle package is probably the one I would spend it on. Bundle package comes with an adjustable base, a mattress, pillows, and sheets, and then a variation. So like if you want a split king, that way it's got 2 remote controls instead of 1. Kind of control your own destiny at nights, and wife can go to sleep, or husband. No kink shaming here, before or after you. But if you use that, it's 50% off on that combo package. Dude, it'll bring it down to like $45 a month over there. And it's awesome. So you can stretch out the deal when you check out. Huge fan of those guys. I've had them for years, and I'm not going back. All right? Next up, Bobby. What do we got here today? Is it American Financing?
AM5, baby.
Yeah, dude. American Financing. American Financing. .net. It's not fucking net. But I want you to know that it is AmericanFinancing.net. Look, these are for not .net/Drinkin Bros. AmericanFinancing.net/Drinkin Bros. These are for homeowners out there. If you're a homeowner and you're trying to get rid of some of your shit for tax season, I just got off the phone with our CPA earlier. Boo! It's not fun. During all this inflation and all this bullshit that's been going on for the last 4 years, we've been paying on credit cards a lot more than we should. Not a fan of that. APRs are high, man. 23 to 27% interest on those fucking cards, dude, and it sucks. It'll eat you alive. D'Anthony and I bitch about it all the time. Right now, if you are a homeowner, though, you can take equity out of your house and get that down to like 7 or 8%. Knock out that credit card debt. Get your financial house back in order and start paying the shit off. Most of their customers save $800 a month on average. I've used them 3 times in real life for various problems, and they've been great. American Financing is a family-owned company. It's been around for 25 years. Mortgage consultants are salary-based, so there's no incentive for them to put you in a loan. That doesn't make any sense. They don't charge you any upfront or hidden fees there to see how much you can save. So you just call them and say, hey, dude, or you can go to the website and do it and say, hey, how much can we do this for? They'll give you an honest number. If you like it, great. If not, great. They don't charge you anything. You might be able to close in as fast as 10 days. You might be able to delay up to 2 mortgage payments, creating more savings up front as well, which I was able to do on one of those deals with those guys. They've helped hundreds of thousands of homeowners out there create meaningful savings. Google reviews are lights out if you want to read them. And right now, right before April, it's time to get your financial house in order. Check out AmericanFinancing.net/Drinkin Bros or call 866-887-2275 to learn how homeowners are saving $800 a month on average. NMLS 182334. And you find that at www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org. All of this will be in the audio description as well as the YouTube description underneath the video. Next up, is it MyBookie, dude? Is it MyBookie time, Bobby?
We can bet on whether or not Ukraine's going to exist in 3 months.
Do they have it, dude? Do they have it on MyBookie? I mean, that would be fucking wild here.
Zelenskyy impeached or not?
If it is,
that they do have stuff like that.
I think they do, right?
Yeah, they do.
Not always, but sometimes.
Look it up. Go to MyBookie right now, Bob. See if they've got odds on all this shit. They've
Odds
got
on
politics.
World War III.
Probably, I would say an odd on like odds on impeachment right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would have that up yet.
I don't know, man. They're pretty fucking fast.
See what they got here.
Yeah. They got a whole politics column down there.
That's wild.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's so crazy.
You can bet on like TV shows and shit.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Land of the free,
huge
baby.
fan of those guys. Huge fan of those guys.
Oh damn! The only political one I see for current events is what will the price of a dozen grade A eggs be on April 30th, 2025?
Really?
You can bet high on that because it takes eggs several months to be able to lay, or chickens several months to be able to lay eggs, and the Biden administration killed 250,000 egg-laying chickens just in November.
Okay, great.
So
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
look, all of this shit.
April, May, June is about where you should start to see it turn around. Actually.
Yes.
And then will Trump create a Bitcoin reserve?
The answer to that is absolutely yes.
Yes. And what are the odds on that?
No is the big favorite.
Really?
Really?
Big favorite. Minus 1,100.
That's happening.
I think it'll happen.
I think Saylor is actually already involved with the administration trying to get that done.
I think so too.
Buy your Bitcoin while it's on sale.
I know. And then, if you listen to the golf show, because we're getting geared up for March Madness here, you listen to the golf show, Daniel Berger, my guy, he's number one right now on Friday.
He's not.
Oh, he's out?
He's not. He's at third right now. He's at 11 under.
Shit, he was first when I walked in. What happened?
Matthew Pavon overtook him.
What course is it? He's 11 under already and he's third? What time?
Yeah.
What fucking course is this?
PGA National.
There was a guy who shot a 59.
It's supposed to be a hard
Holy
course.
shit.
It's not.
It's not.
This week. Yeah. Jake Knapp's there. Daniel Berger. Zach Johnson. Ricky Fowler.
Pretty Ricky. Let's go. All right. Looking forward to that. And then this is the best college basketball season we may have ever had across the board, top to bottom. Bob, I looked at the top 8 last night on MyBookie here. It's a lot of SEC. Who do you got at 1?
Auburn's the best team in the country
Correct.
right now.
Who do you think they got at 2?
Duke's probably second, I would imagine.
Duke's too, yeah.
Alabama.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's no value there.
They're just
ESPN had Alabama last night.
It's an inconsistent style of play.
Duke at
Hard
3.
to rank them too.
Florida at 4.
Alabama's going to lose to Tennessee this weekend. You probably get them at a better price.
They got Tennessee at 5 on this list.
Don't like Tennessee, but they're a threat for the Final Four. I just don't like them.
They got them up there depending upon their brackets.
Yeah.
And then
Is it
my
at,
guys.
Is it at Tennessee? Is it Knoxville or is it in
It's
Bama?
in Knoxville.
Yeah, Alabama's probably gonna lose.
Yeah. And then my guys, dude, they've got them ranked 8th. St. John's, dude. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Is that an island, St. John?
Rick Pitino. No, it's a school in New York, and they play in Madison Square Garden. So, yeah, tons of stuff to bet on right now.
Some
It's a
old
blast.
pervert up there doing his thing,
Just jerking his fucking dong, dude. But they got live casinos, everything else.
Do they have like blackjack? Do they have bets on like is it a man or woman?
No.
For some of these guys' wives, like
No.
Chuck Schumer's wife, man or woman?
No, they don't have that there. Yeah, maybe next time. Because how are you going to verify that?
Yeah,
It'd have to be up to you. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't mind
can see
verifying
you,
it.
Yeah, I can see you sucking a dick for sure.
I wouldn't. You don't need to suck it to verify it.
No, you do.
Okay.
Until it
ejaculates
inside your mouth. You don't know what it is.
Okay.
So yeah,
Fair
you're
enough.
gonna need to do that.
Fair enough.
You're gonna need to do that. But head on over to mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. We're going to be doing some fun shit for March Madness. We'll be going to the Final Four in San Antonio. Oh, we'll be in your neck of the woods for that. Final Four's in San Antonio this year. That's at the Alamo
Did not
Dome.
know that.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe I'll show up.
By the way, I hate the Alamo Dome.
Alamo Dome is complete waste. All they do in there is Monster Jam, and that's about it. Some other stuff.
And Final Fours.
Yeah, Final Fours. Sometimes a football game. But yeah, they built that, and it didn't really get used.
No, I took my kid. I was with Zeus last time I was there. We went and saw Red Hot Chili Peppers in a suite.
Oh yeah.
And the suites aren't even great there. It's not even a
That
flex
place
to
is
say
old
that the
as
Alamo.
fuck.
No
That place
shit,
is
dude.
built in I think the late '90s.
It was
or
hot as
mid-90s.
fuck, and it was like barbecue from like a cafeteria in there. And I was like, man, just knock it to the ground. Because you guys have a beautiful place, that AT&T Center that just got built, and I was just like, that place rocks.
It does.
And then you got this shithole down the street where it was just like, okay, still doing stuff.
They built a football stadium for a football team we don't have, so.
Is that real?
Yeah.
No shit.
It's basically a football stadium, but we don't have a football team.
Happens a lot.
Yeah.
Kansas City built the basketball arena for a basketball team they don't have, or / a hockey team they don't have.
What about, wasn't there in semi-pro a Kansas City basketball team?
The Sprint Center was built
Semi-pro.
like 15 years ago.
Yeah. So not in the 70s then.
Yeah.
No. The other thing, too, that I wanted to chat about here.
Wait, there's an update.
Go ahead.
Jackie Heinrich from Fox.
Yeah.
This is what these are the talking points she was given from the press corps. Trump kicked Zelenskyy out. He didn't walk out on his own. He kicked him out of the room.
Okay.
Told him to leave. Rare earth minerals deal was not signed. And I saw somebody else mention that Rubio came into the meeting with the understanding that that deal was done. He reported that to Trump, and then fucking Zelenskyy blew it up in the meeting.
Whoa.
Yeah. For whatever fucking reason, right? White House says Ukrainians were begging to reset the meeting for today. But Rubio and Waltz informed them Zelenskyy needed to get the fuck out, get off the White House grounds, and return when he's ready for peace. The president and U.S. officials felt disrespected by Zelensky's rhetoric and demeanor. I guess that part that Delco's talking about for that whole 45-minute period, he's like shrugging and rolling his eyes anytime.
Yeah, like throwing hand gestures, like that doesn't mean anything. Come on, man.
And then when she went to the upper press to ask what was going on, the lunch that Trump and Zelenskyy were supposed to have and talk over was sitting in the hallway and told White House staffers will be eating it. So that's good.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So it's a free lunch for White House staff.
Well, look.
I'm sure they earned it.
Yeah, I'm sure they did too. They don't make a lot of money there, so they could use it. The other thing I wanted to get into is this Gene Hackman thing, man. We did this on Ross Patterson Revolution the other day. I didn't think really that much of it, and I was just like, okay, cool, man. I thought, maybe he fell down and she
I mean,
came
95,
home.
if you fall, you're probably dead.
You're dead.
Yeah.
And then she probably went out for groceries. They're in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and it's like they live in the middle of goddamn nowhere. She probably came home, saw him dead, and then fucking, she's Asian.
Followed suit?
Yeah, she fucking killed herself here. But, yeah, I mean, they're looking into the pills right now, they said, and they're really starting to investigate this. So I don't fucking know, dude. Bob, you said the dog was found dead inside the closet, locked in the closet?
Locked in a closet,
I guess maybe they had a deal, If one goes, we all go.
Yeah, but don't let your dog fucking starve to death.
Yeah, that's fucked.
But she's Asian, so I guess it could have been worse. You could have eaten the thing.
Yeah. She didn't give a fuck about those dogs.
Probably not.
No.
Jean
good
did.
for her, dude. Yeah, Jean did. She had to kind of put up with it. And
Maybe she felt that Gene would travel with him to the other side,
Yeah.
They'd be together still.
I think it's a serial killer.
Really?
In New Mexico. In
So-
Santa Fe, New Mexico.
To your points, because this is what we thought it was the other day on Ross Patterson Revolution, it says Santa Fe City Fire Department right now said they did not locate signs of carbon monoxide leak or poisoning on the property.
We'll see when the tox report on fucking Fang Fang or whatever her name is comes back. Just kidding. That's the Chinese spy that Eric Swalwell fucked.
Yeah.
But whenever this Chinaman's blood tox comes back, we'll see if she OD'd on something or not. And if not, then that's serial killer style stuff, right? Like I would need to see the crime scene photos, but are the bodies posed or something?
So I can read it off to you
mean?
here. So here's an exact description according to police. Upon entering the room, the deputies found Arakawa's body on the floor, which is the Chinaman, China lady, I guess, China woman.
We do that to honor Asian culture.
We do.
I've seen it.
We do it all the time
it.
because we love Asians. They're a superior race.
It's nice to see it live.
So it says Arakawa's body was on the floor of a bathroom to the left of the front door. A space heater was close to her head, which the affidavit said could have fallen in the event of Arakawa abruptly falling to the ground. An orange prescription bottle was also found in the bathroom with pills scattered on the countertop. The affidavit adds that Arakawa showed obvious signs of death.
This is not how
body
How long were they dead before they found
it? Like 2 weeks, I think.
Oh,
something
shit.
like that.
Yeah. They actually have the radio call of the fucking like maintenance guys who
find that.
Yeah,
I think I heard it the other day. But
yeah,
don't play it just yet. So that's fucking staged from a movie. When you take pills to kill yourself, you don't like swallow 30 pills and then pass out immediately and knock the pills off and they're scattered everywhere. That's not how that fucking works. It takes like 45 minutes.
Yeah,
probably.
it's a long time. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what is she standing there, like
waiting?
staring at herself in the mirror until 4, and then knocked it over. Oh no, that's a staged scene. This is a serial killer. I'm telling you.
Really?
Yeah, that's my personal opinion. But that's not how that works. How do you? If you were going to kill yourself with pills, how would you do it? Take them and get in a tub, or go in the or go to the bed, or something like that.
I'd lie down.
You don't fucking stand up in your fucking bathroom until you
start
fucking
doing chores.
Pass out. Yeah. I mean, she is Asian, so
yeah.
She may have been like, "Oh, Gene, just in case Gene wakes up."
I bet.
You know what I mean?
I bet he was.
This is
an hour later.
I guarantee you, there's some fucking shady shit going on.
What did he know about
it? Sounds shady.
Exactly.
Doesn't sound right.
There's that's just not how it works, man. Like if she had blown her fucking brains out or something in the bath, yeah, of course that happens, and you just fall wherever the fuck you fall. But you don't like take enough pills to kill yourself and then casually walk around your house with the pills in your hand with the bottle goddamn open until you pass out and die.
You might.
No.
Asians do that shit.
That is retarded. Under no circumstances did that happen.
Asians do that shit.
If it walks like a duck.
No. And then to have locked the dog in the closet, no.
So here's Hackman's sitch here, because they laid this out. Hackman's body was found in a similar condition to Arakawa's and what is thought to have been a mudroom close to the kitchen. The deputies suspect that he had suddenly fallen. Oh, shit, that's what I said. And sunglasses and a walking cane were located close to the body. Was he blind? Sunglasses
bright
and
out.
a
It's
walking
New Mexico.
cane?
Yeah, it's bright. It's like New Mexico's a lot of it.
No, it's a lot of sunshine. I get it.
Yeah, but you get like, are you familiar with snow blindness? You know what that is?
Yeah. I am. Yeah.
Same thing with desert blindness, right? Like if the light reflecting up off the sand will fuck your eyes up.
And hysterical blindness, I'm very familiar with. The deputies found a dead German Shepherd dog 10 to 15 feet away from Arakawa's body in the bathroom closet. 2 healthy dogs were also on the property, with one inside the home and another outside.
So how long could they
lived?
How long could they have been?
Yeah, 2 other dogs lived.
So it wasn't 2 weeks then. The last time anybody had seen them, like the radio, the thing you're going to hear here, I think says it. But the last time anybody had seen them was a maintenance dude 2 weeks ago. So it had to be sometime in between there, but it couldn't have been 2 full weeks. That dog's not healthy after 2 weeks of not eating food. There's no way.
Maybe they left food out. Maybe she left food out for the dog.
Maybe he made himself dinner.
Yes. If he's got an inside and an outside,
This would be a tragic way to find out that your dog could make a steak.
I know.
You know what I mean?
And so the detective said, to summarize the situation, Detective Roy Arndt wrote in the affidavit, at this time, the manner and cause of death pertaining to Eugene Allen Hackman and Betsy Arakawa passing is unknown. It says they believe the circumstances surrounding the death of the 2 deceased individuals to be suspicious enough in nature to require a thorough search and investigation. And at this time, he believes that there is a sufficient probable cause for the issuance of a search warrant here. Autopsies were performed on Thursday morning, so that's yesterday, and nothing's been determined. Obviously, that shit usually takes a couple weeks, autopsies. And,
3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, so no signs of trauma, and toxicology and carbon monoxide tests have been ordered.
What if it was like a Romeo and Juliet thing?
That's what I think,
But
dude.
reverse roles, right? Where she killed herself and then he comes home and just fucking dies of exposure or something.
Oh, you think so?
I don't think it was him that died first.
Really?
Because I don't believe that staged scene where pills are scattered around. That is like, remember that Dave Chappelle joke where a fucking dude dies and the cops sprinkle crack on him?
Yeah.
Nobody dies and they're like, oh, get these pills on me, dude, so people know.
Gotta get one more down.
Yeah, it's like, get the fuck out of here. That's not real.
Yeah.
There's no crime scene that looks like that. That does not exist. It's always 100% of the time that is staged. It does not exist. Just try to imagine yourself in a scenario like that and having that happen.
So
it's not real.
You're saying that Gene Hackman was killed by a serial killer?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think he won't be the last. because that's what serial killing is.
Is there any serial killers in New Mexico?
Tons.
Oh yeah,
Tons.
I mean,
Or
think of
Santa
it. That's
Fe?
where
New
fucking
Mexico's a
Petito.
weird place, dude.
That's where
Yeah.
Petito got clipped, isn't it?
No, she got clipped in Utah.
I spent
Close enough.
my
Yeah.
birthday in 2022 in Santa Fe.
Okay. What are we supposed to do with that info?
It was I don't have competence.
fuck am I
I don't have
supposed to do with that
competence
info?
in the people there to find out the truth of this crime.
Can we rule out the chupacabra?
No.
You can never, under any circumstances, rule out Chupacabra.
Hey, guys, do you know who else was caught up in Santa Fe in just the last year? Was our good buddy, dude.
Alec Baldwin?
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah. Maybe it was
That's
Alec
where he
Baldwin.
murdered that chick, so maybe he went back to murder again, dude.
You know who also had a ranch?
He's
in
got a
Mexico?
taste for it now.
Who?
Epstein.
Oh yeah, he did.
No.
He did.
Did he really?
Yeah.
It's a good place for a ranch.
That's where he had like his birthing ranch or whatever they called it, where he'd make
what?
babies or something.
What? A what?
A birthing ranch?
Ask Grok.
Grok this way for a birthing ranch for falcons?
No, for humans.
He had a raping ranch.
Like a breeding ranch, like to make humans so they could traffic them and they don't have any identity.
And that's what you think was going on there?
That's what I've heard. That's what I saw. I saw this the other day, actually. You know who said that, I think?
Who's
the guy
that?
that was just on y'all's show, Ian Carroll.
He had multiple properties.
Then I get that, but a birthing ranch so that he could then
I don't know about that, but
sell
he
the
just-
kids and fuck the
He
kids.
just had a ranch where he was
I mean, would it
trafficking women.
surprise you?
Just wait for the files
With
to
what's
drop,
going
you
on
know
right
what I
now,
mean?
would that surprise you?
Oh yeah, the files are definitely going to drop, Bob. I'm
Yeah.
very confident that
That's
that's going
crazy.
Yeah.
That a Jewish man would act irrational today to maybe get the steam off Israel.
No shit, dude.
Interesting.
No shit.
Zelensky. Interesting.
This is the radio call from the maintenance workers though when they came into Gene Hackman's house.
Okay.
Hey, dog.
God damn it, dude. I fucking knew it, dude. Now that it's on the soundboard, like, yeah.
That's P. Diddy fucking Meek Mill. and Bad Bunny.
No, this is Bad Bunny, allegedly.
Don't you run from me.
Yeah. Don't you run from me. Take that.
Back
Take
up
that.
into it.
Dude, and that trial's about to start too, man. This is going to be one of the wildest years in
It's
the
just
history of the
starting
United
too,
States.
and it's
I know.
already
think-
fucking crazy.
What it's March now, dude.
Yeah,
We're already into March.
What we need to do is Jared and I were gonna have Nate Wessel from Nitro Circus. He builds all the ramps and shit. I built half of Jared's fucking house too, actually, but the bar, I think he did all that. We were gonna have him build a trebuchet.
Yeah.
To launch 5-pound bags of coffee at Tesla until Elon Musk came to hang out with us.
That was a real thing, by the way.
Yeah,
They were working on that.
he's got the designs now to make the trebuchet. But what I think we should do instead is start building guillotines because we're going to need them.
Yeah.
Right? Or just like electric chainsaws.
Something, dude.
We're going to have to cut off a lot of people's heads over the next 3 years.
I agree, man.
Too
And
bad we can't.
Hey, the other thing
Yeah,
too
well, we'll
is
see.
we're going live for the Oscars. Jesse and I for Ross Patterson Revolution. What do you do with the Gene Hackman tribute now that he's potentially fucking serial killed?
He would be in next year's because it's for everyone who died in 2024.
I don't think you're not going to overlook Gene Hackman, dude. He's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
There's no way they'll put him in the show tomorrow night or Sunday night for sure. They have to. That's going to be weird, man. It's going to be really fucking weird.
Maybe they'll give him a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Because I think Chin Chin is serving the dinner too. Fuck.
Isn't Conan hosting?
He is, yeah. O'Brien. That's
he gonna-
always a tough name for an Asian to say.
Wait,
Yeah.
what is it? The Oscars?
The Oscars, yeah. Is he going to talk about how great Haiti is again?
No. I don't know what they're going to do for this fucking show. Like this, to me, this is probably the last one before it moves to like Netflix or something, but it's over. Did you give him, Bob, the pictures of all your stuff? Let's see your cool shit.
Yeah.
Let's see your cool shit here. What do you got?
It's just all dick pics.
It'd be great if it was, dude. But like black and whites.
Gary and fake titties.
Yeah.
Oiled
Wow.
up. That'd be great.
Is this the Trump one?
Yeah, that's called the MAGA Magnum.
Oh, that's fucking
Yeah, so that's a
dope, dude.
Desert Eagle, right?
Desert Eagle. 50 cal.
.50 is
And
bullet
did you
point.
make it for Trump?
I think they're gonna give him one. We at SHOT Show, Trump Jr. Held one, so he's seen it.
DJ TJ?
Yep,
He's the
had
best.
one in his hand.
I've stared a barrel of a Desert Eagle.
Look
down.
at
There you
that,
go,
dude.
man.
Desert Eagles are fucking dope.
They're so amazing, especially
They're
for
heavy as
engraving.
shit.
Yeah, and that one's even heavier because those grip panels, that coating on there is called PVD, and you can only PVD steel, so we had to custom make those grip panels out of steel.
That thing is dope. So what does this cost you here? I mean, that thing is rad.
I don't know what the MSRP is going to be. They're not available yet.
Is it 24 karat gold?
No, it's called PVD coating. It's similar to it's actually better than gold coating or gold plating because gold is very hard
Soft,
to keep.
Yeah.
You know,
It gets everything scratches it.
Everything
Soft as
scratches
shit.
it. Yeah, it's not good on firearms unless you're never going to use it. But
what does that run you? Let's say I want to buy one of these things.
you can get a Desert Eagle for about 1,600 to 2,000, and then those are probably going to be upped a little bit due to the laser engraving, the design, and the coating and the polishing, because you have to polish that metal to mirror finish before you coat it. So that is very labor intensive. It takes probably majority of the time. I don't know how much those are going to be. Honestly, I can't tell you.
Those are fucking
But they're
beautiful,
going to be
man.
out on the interweb soon. So keep
You're
an
a
eye
weird guy, but those are beautiful, man. Like, yeah. And now I understand.
Well, he was a scout sniper. There were a bunch of fucking.
I was going to
weirdos,
say,
dude.
you probably just hang out by yourself, and it's just whatever's going on in your own minds, and then you make this brilliance here. Show that shot. God damn, that's dope.
Pretty sick.
And by the way, for the audience, if you're able to watch this on video on YouTube right now, this is the same Desert Eagle that Homeboy blew his brains out allegedly in Vegas, right?
It's Cybertruck.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be too? We talked about this in the show. Isn't that too much? Like the
he wouldn't have anything left.
nothing, right?
If he shot that Desert Eagle in that cab, everybody would have heard that.
Yeah.
There's no way, even in that truck, that is going to create a signature that every people 50 yards away are going to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you've ever, because I've shot one in real life, and it's like, dude, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, they're a little much.
Yeah, no shit.
They actually make a cool compensated version now. They come ported, so they're not as bad, but it's pretty cool.
Whenever I see, because this is like a to me, it's a show gun where it's just like, hey man, these are fun, and like, look what I have. Fuck off.
Yeah.
This isn't your everyday carry though.
No.
Like
this is the one you put on your desk. And,
Yeah, unless you're
show
Antonio Banderas.
I was gonna say, yeah, unless you're in a movie.
Or El
that's about
Chapo.
it.
El Chapo carries his.
It brings back fond memories of Bill Goldberg.
There's the Texas Ranger edition, 1911.
Yeah, this is the Texas Ranger edition right here.
Delco almost got his head blown off by a legendary wrestler,
me
Bill
too.
Goldberg.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, it's gonna happen sometimes. You get in the line of fire there. This looks like Zeus's gun.
A little bit less gold, but yeah, pretty much Zeus's gun.
Beautiful, man. And how long does it take you to do this?
Design probably takes, I don't know, a week or so. When I design stuff, I've also done I've done like, Viking themed Desert Eagles. I've done Death's Emissary 1911. I've done a lot of stuff, but I get into like a zone to design, and yeah, I just watch like movies. I watch a bunch of stuff about Texas Rangers, and I just kind of get in a mode. It takes a week or two to design, and then the engraving process. So every available surface on that gun is engraved that you can engrave, and that engraving process takes about like one gun probably has 130 hours of engraving on it.
Damn,
holy shit!
Yeah. So you make a Magnum.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way we could get like I don't know, like a Walther PPK with Peter Dinklage on it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, what's the weirdest request you've ever had?
I did actually for Matt Best. I made the Ultimate Finish gun.
I was going to say it's probably something dick related.
Connect the fleshlight.
Yeah, of course.
Foregrip.
Oh, that was
right,
you?
yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I remember that one.
That was pretty interesting. I've done a bunch of unicorn stuff, a bunch of gag stuff, but nothing too wild because most of the guys that come to me for stuff like this kind of want to spend their money on a cool item and not a fucking gag gift or a joke.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, you can make
a lot of money.
You can make that. I mean, with this stuff, you can make that Deadpool fucking.
Oh yeah, I've done a bunch of Deadpool.
People love that shit.
I've actually gotten a cease and desist from Disney and from forgot who else, but yeah, they sent me cease and desist.
Really?
Letters, for using Deadpool and I forgot who Star Wars maybe. Oh yeah, Mandalorian. I did a Mandalorian theme and I got a cease and desist.
No shit. You married?
Yeah.
Does your wife have a custom gun?
Yeah, she has a few custom guns, man. She has a gun called the Scalping Party. She has some Native American in her, so
no shit.
You better watch out.
Yeah, look at that. Hey,
she doesn't age, man.
She's gonna take your guys' own land back from you.
Moana, this land will be mine one day, white man. You'll come home, dude, and she's just standing there, ready to blow your fucking brains out.
Yeah.
Today's the day I take my land back, white man. Fucking smoke signals coming out of the chimney and shit. And you're just like, God damn, I should have known, dude.
She's awesome though, man. She's got those.
She was at the Christmas party.
Oh yeah. We were at the Christmas party. Yeah. You met her. You didn't though.
I didn't meet her. Yeah. I remembered a real live engine in front of my face.
She's a looker.
Okay. No, I mean not that. Just I never see one.
I'm just saying you would remember if you saw.
There's about 13 left in the United States, so yeah, it's weird. It's weird when you see one out in real life.
Yeah, but
I don't see any of those fucking benefits, by the way, either. We don't get any checks. Fuck no.
Well, there's 13
no student
casino
loans.
tokens or anything.
There's 13 left, but we'll get them.
Yeah, eventually.
We'll get them.
Eventually. They will outlive us, though. Your wife's going to be 96, dude. And you're going to be Hackmaned on the floor. And there's nothing you can do about it, bro. They got great genes.
They do.
Fuck, man.
They got leather feet, though. They got moccasins built in, dude. They can walk.
Is that real?
She can walk on anything, bro.
That's wild.
That's
Dude,
weird.
it is.
Yeah.
Little barefoot queen.
That's hilarious,
barefoot
man.
princess.
So she just walks out barefoot all the time.
Oh, barefoot.
Really? So all that stereotype is true?
From my experience, yes.
God damn. All right.
She's good with a bow.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys watch Yellowstone together?
We have a bow set up in the backyard. No, I don't watch Yellowstone. Haven't seen Yellowstone.
There's another season of 1923 out. Just came out.
Have y'all watched American Primeval? That show?
No,
we just
not
watched?
yet. I'm saving it.
Holy
saving it,
fuck!
too. Saving
Watch
it, too,
that
yeah.
show.
Yeah, I heard
man.
it was great.
I thought because it was on Netflix, I thought there was gonna be some, some plugs of wokeness and shit. Violence is great. The story's great. It keeps you questioning everything and guessing everything. It's a great fucking show.
Netflix has changed their whole operation.
Yeah, it's great.
Behind the scenes.
I fucking love that show. I'm gonna rewatch that show.
They've changed their top to bottom.
I don't watch
new
much
heads
shows.
of comedy, new heads of everything over there. So like,
Praise God, baby.
yeah, dude, they're back. So and they're doing really fucking well.
Good.
WWE.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can't have WWE for 10 years and then do a bunch of woke shit. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen, man.
I think they need to bring back the Attitude Era.
Hey,
Now
they
that it's
might.
on Netflix,
Yeah.
it doesn't even matter. You can go straight full Bush.
People
now.
were just chanting "fuck you" the other night.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
like, okay, cool. Because you're live on Netflix. So you're like, oh, do you bleep this out? And they're like, nope. There's a bunch of kids in the audience, and they're just fuck you, fuck you.
That's been
Okay,
going on
all right,
since
cool.
the early 2000s, though.
Yes,
Right? With
But now-
D-Generation X, they didn't give a fuck.
But now you can actually hear it.
Yeah.
So like when you're watching it live, it's not bleeped out. There's no tape delay or
As
anything
it
else.
should be, right?
I know.
As it fucking should be.
I know, dude. I love all that shit. Now's the point in the show we get to the Drinking Bro of the Week, which is someone who has inspired you or helps you become the person you are today. Who'd you like to give the Drinking Bro of the Week to?
How about Gene?
Vandenham?
What?
Oh, Hackman.
Hackman.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess.
I mean,
Little
yeah.
on the
So I
nose.
grew up. I was raised by Stallone and Schwarzenegger, man. That's kind of who I grew up wanting to embody because I would.
Everybody, a lot of people.
All
yeah.
I watched, man, is military movies, and I'm a big military buff and history buff, and just the characters throughout history have really intrigued me to learn about. So yeah.
Okay.
What's your favorite Gene Hackman movie?
Fuck. Favorite Gene Hackman movie? What about what's the one with what's his name in it? The fighter pilot one.
Oh, Behind Enemy Lines.
Behind Enemy Lines, the
Yeah.
first
Oh,
one.
shit,
Owen
dude.
Wilson, yeah.
God damn, I forgot about that.
That's a good one.
Fuck.
I mean, there's Hoosiers, Crimson
Hoosiers.
Tide.
I was thinking about this last night. It was a toss up. I said Hoosiers originally. I do want to change it to Crimson Tide. Him and Denzel going head to head in that movie was just fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, I
Maybe
liked
I'll watch that tonight.
The Replacements is a really good movie.
Replacements is great.
Fucking Royal Tenenbaums.
Great film.
He's great in that
I
too.
know.
But he's like what's he best in that's also a great movie?
Birdcage.
No. Definitely not
Birdcage,
that.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw that.
Birdcage?
I don't think I saw
It's about homosexuals.
Never saw
Because
it.
he was in
Great film.
it's Nathan Lane and Robin Williams.
Hello.
Yeah. It's actually kind of
Doesn't
where
ring a bell for
it's
me.
where that
Really?
trope comes from, actually.
Yeah.
But he was also in Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood, but
Yeah.
that wasn't
Yeah.
like Gene's best role. He was just some
What
dipshit
about
sheriff that got fucked up.
Maverick?
Was he in Maverick?
Yeah, with Mel Gibson.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
movie.
I
He was
like
the
that movie.
fucking-
That's an underrated movie. That's a fun, like popcorn
great movie, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Enemy of the State too with Will Smith.
Enemy of
is
the
a great movie.
State.
I don't like Will Smith. I just can't. I've never been a big Will Smith guy.
Racist.
Even
I Am Legend is kind of the only, and maybe the original Independence Day for Will
the only
Smith.
thing I really liked him in was Ali. I think he was really good in Ali.
I don't even think I ever saw that one.
Muhammad Ali.
Didn't see it.
Good.
Yeah, I
movie.
don't watch stuff like that because he was a draft dodger.
Yeah.
Draft dodging fucking.
Well, he had his own reasons. You know?
Yeah, because he's a pussy.
Yeah. He was just.
To be honest, like if a country says they call you up and say go to war, it doesn't matter if it's a good war or not. You go to war and kill people.
What he
well,
said.
back then all wars were good.
Right, but he said, "Why should I go and fight for the white man? That's what he didn't want to fight for white people.
He was doing it anyway.
Oh yeah,
I mean
it's not like 300,000 white people died ending slavery. Mm-hmm. You fucking selfish cunt. Fuck you.
Yeah. That's Ali for you, though.
Yeah.
You know?
He was always a real piece of shit.
Everybody said
so,
it, dude. Yeah. Everybody says it. And if you watch the movie, he's cheating on his wife throughout the entire thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah, just cream pie and 16-year-old. Oh, no, that was...
Jesus.
That was MLK.
My bad.
He was cream pieing other chicks in Africa down there.
So
that's risky business.
That is risky business.
It really is. So, I mean, Vietnam versus having unprotected sex in Africa in the 60s.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Me love you long time.
The French Connection. Didn't he win an Oscar for that?
He did. He was great in the French Connection.
I guess you got to say that then. Right?
You do and you don't, man. Because there's certain movies, though, that they give Oscars to where you're just like, dude, that's not the one.
Well, he won Best Supporting in Unforgiven too. It was great. The movie is great. He's great in it, but that's not the greatest he's ever been.
Right. And like I look at DiCaprio winning the Oscar for the bear rape movie, and I was just like, I don't really like the movie.
Yeah, but he did have to get raped by a bear, that happened in real life.
It happened in real life.
Yeah.
The bear inserted him, but you could have given it to him for Wolf of Wall Street or Aviator.
Wolf of Wall Street is a great movie.
God damn it, dude!
It's a pretty good movie.
I can't believe that didn't win an Oscar.
It did for Best Picture.
Well, I mean, yeah, but not like how does he not?
Actor.
How does he not win for Best Actor, and how does that fat kid not win for Best Supporting?
Jonah Hill, he was really good in that.
Jonah Hill was great in that fucking movie.
That guy's such a pussy, though. God, it hurts.
Yeah, it sucks.
He made some good movies, and then he just turned out to be such a pussy.
Yeah,
well, I could have told you that 10 years prior, but whatever, man. But he was very, very good in that.
He's still a great actor, by the way.
He is. 100%. I can separate the fucking shit. So like, even though I don't like him in real life.
I just don't understand how he didn't win for that or Moneyball or something. Like he's had some really fucking banger movies.
Wolf of Wall Street was probably the best shot.
Yeah.
100%. Because of the cast and everything. I mean, you can't. You're not going to win next to Brad Pitt.
No.
For Best Supporting, I bet nobody has ever won Best Supporting as a second to Brad Pitt before. That's probably never happened in any of his movies.
No.
Right.
Well, maybe Legends of the Fall.
He would have been supporting in that.
Did
right?
Chompkins win for that? Chompkins win for Legends of the Fall, Bob?
No.
Anthony Chompkins?
No. He won for Silence of the Lambs, I believe that.
After Silence, that's right. After Silence of the Lambs, my wife and I only.
Yeah, I think Hopkins only has. He had Silence of the Lambs, and then he won. Didn't he win a fucking career award or something?
No, he won just straight up Best Actor. Gosh, it was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, The Father, yeah.
For the Alzheimer's film, yeah.
That movie sucked.
Yeah, it sucked. God damn, it's shit like that where you win for shit like that where you're just like, man, fuck. And then there was that weird reverse year early on when I first moved to LA where Russell Crowe didn't win for Gladiator or vice versa.
No, he didn't win. Russell Crowe didn't win for Inside Man.
That's it. And then he ended up wins, the Gladiator movie, and then Denzel was Hurricane. He should have won for that. Didn't. Instead, he won for Training Day the next year.
Training Day, he should have won both, actually.
Fucking
Training Day is a great fucking movie.
God damn.
All-time classic right there.
Ethan Hawke won for Best Supporting in that, didn't he?
Bob? I don't think so.
No, he didn't.
I think he lost.
Who won that year for Best Supporting?
Those were the days.
That's 2001, so a lot of good movies
so
came out.
fucking stacked.
Those were the greatest movies.
I know. The greatest. So stacked back then.
The greatest movie year ever is 1995.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Why is that?
Here's the list. Casino, Heat.
Shit.
Heat.
First Night. I'm just kidding.
I like First Night, dude.
But come on.
Yeah.
Friday, Braveheart, Nixon, Goldeneye, Billy Madison.
Shit.
Let's see what else. Major Payne came out that year.
Oh, I love Major Payne. Major Payne.
Another Hackman movie, The Quick and the Dead.
The Quick and the Dead.
That movie's so bad.
That movie sucks.
But Tuskegee Airmen, Rob Roy came out that year. What else? There's a bunch. Tommy Boy, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Seven. Showgirls,
Ace Ventura.
Assassins, Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. I mean, there's never been a year.
Damn,
94 is way better.
Fucking
Man,
Clueless, 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys?
12 Monkeys.
Crimson Tide.
Oh, shit.
Just the year before, though, you had in 94.
Hackers, Desperado.
Desperado is one of my all-time favorites.
Judge Dredd, Dangerous Minds, Heavyweights, which is a great movie. Let's be real.
Ben Stiller
was
in that.
It's a great fucking movie.
94 had Forrest Gump, Shawshank, Pulp Fiction, Lion King. I mean, it just keeps going.
That's 4. I just listed 80.
The Professional. Keep going.
He gets all gumped up.
Professional, Clerks, Interview with a Vampire, Dumb and Dumber, The
Ace
Mask.
Ventura.
Dumb and Dumber was great.
Natural Born Killers.
God damn.
God damn.
Oh, and The Usual Suspects was 95 as well.
Oh shit, Kaiser Soze.
Yeah. I mean, it's like those.
Spacey one there.
I guess you could just say those 2 years come fucking close.
Combine The
I mean,
Crow.
Waterworld.
Yeah, oh boy.
So 94 to 2006, that window of movies is probably the all-time. We'll never get those again.
And I think comedies, you got the 80s and then you got the 2000s. That run in the 2000s was special too.
It stopped in what 2011 or 12 was the last one maybe because this is 40. This is 40 came out at like 13 or 14 and it sucked.
Yeah. Oh,
When all of our tax dollars started funding the fucking wokeness,
when USAID started funding fucking Hollywood.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And ironically, Trump was talking about it today, or Vance, where he was saying, dude, it's just nothing but you paid actors to come there and all that other shit. We went over those numbers. Ben Stiller got $4 million to go over there.
Yeah.
To do what? To go to Ukraine?
To go play a fucking, have a talent show or something during the middle of a war.
That in itself should just fucking end the goddamn war.
If they sent him out to do Simple Jack on the front lines, dude, to Russia.
I would actually be fine with that. Make me happy. If he did that, Bad Boys, Iron Eagle 4. Just kidding with the Iron Eagle 4.
Oh, man. Chappie Sinclair.
Yeah, but Bad Boys was 95 as well.
Bad Boys.
All right, that's another Will Smith movie I liked. I liked Bad Boys, the first one.
Yeah.
The original. All right.
The second one was kind of goofy with the.
Yeah, I never got into it. That was Téa Leoni, too, in the first one. Prime Téa Leoni. I'm all in on that.
Yeah.
I get it. Tell everybody where they can find your company.
Centermass.com.
Okay.
And NOTG.shop is the other company I'm co-owner of. It's a tallow company. We make grass-fed tallow. We have cooking tallow and skincare. We're going to have a sunscreen come out this summer. So all natural. It's all organic, 100% organic.
Nectar of the Gods. You own that trademark?
It's the best fuel for your body on the planet, man. I eat it every single morning, and I don't eat lunch. I eat 2 meals a day, and that keeps me energized all fucking day.
So you cook with Nectar of the Gods?
I cook with that.
Okay,
yes.
and then and this is beef tallow?
That is 100% grass-fed beef tallow.
Okay, and what site is that on?
That is NOTG, Nectar of the Gods, .shop.
Okay, and then this is for your face?
That is skin balm. Yeah, it could be for your face. It could be for your hands. It's super moisturizing, super rapid healing for cuts, wounds, sunburn.
I think you gave it to me last time, and my wife used it. I think she used
Possibly.
it, too. Yes.
My wife uses it every night, man.
She used the whole shit out. I'll take this to her when we get home.
Please
she'll be
do.
fucking amped.
Anti-aging, baby.
Yeah. You look young, dude.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
38, surprisingly.
Are
About
you
to
really?
be 39, yeah.
God damn, dude. You're 4 years older than me.
I know.
Strange, man. Strange. Well, look, Father Time hits us all at different points of our lives,
Yeah.
so there's nothing you can do about it. Appreciate you tuning in, kids. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. Look, we had to go live for the video on Friday. Sorry, man. This was a fucking huge one. Audio show will be out on Sunday nights. And then join us live on YouTube for the Oscars. We're going to see the end of Hollywood. We're going to watch it all collapse and then go home after that.
You know what? Maybe Pam Bondi's waiting for the Oscars to release that Epstein list.
Could you imagine?
Can you imagine if she just walked out on stage and started reading the whole thing?
Or on the red carpet with
Yeah.
Seacrest, and she just got out there and she was like, and the next actor.
That would be amazing.
And it comes up, it's Tom Hanks, and it's just like, yeah, 2-time Oscar winner Tom Hanks. Also,
Oh, he's not here.
No, he's right there. And then they talk to him. Pam Bondi talks to him. Hi, Mr. Hanks, you ready to be arrested? Or, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. What? Yeah. Whatever, that'd be awesome. I don't know if there's anything with Tom Hanks, by the way. That's a guess.
I mean,
there's been a lot
seems a little.
There's been a lot of chatter.
Seems a
Been
little.
a lot of chatter. And then Chet Hanks is now acting, Bob. So
Chet.
yeah. He is in the new Netflix series with Kate Hudson about basketball.
He's been acting.
No, I mean like a real role.
Oh,
This is
shit.
A real.
He made the song of the summer a couple of years ago.
He is a series regular in this show, and he is a basketball player for the LA Waves.
Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat movie, also came out in '95.
Okay, cool, man. I'll go kill myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So perfect time to get out of here.
Oh, and Top Dog with Chuck Norris, where he's a cop and his partner's a dog.
Oh, the dog?
Yeah.
I got one question for y'all. It's kind of off topic. Do y'all think Barbara Bush was a man?
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Greatly appreciated. I'll let you go back to your garage and kind of work one off there. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This This is the Drinking Bros podcast. Good night, everyone.